Hello, family. Angela Cage here with Cage Collaborations LLC. And today's message is titled, Don't Skip the Process. Now, this message was a special request from one of the Cage Collaboration LLC supporters. And when they reached out to me, they asked me to speak about the importance of the healing process. And they noted that people oftentimes want to skip the process. They want to skip the time that it takes to heal from the inside out. Now, I found a quote about the healing process that I really like. I'm not sure who authored the quote, but I did post this quote to the social media pages for Cage Collaboration LLC last week. And the quote says, "The process of healing does not end when the wounds are no longer visible. It ends when the wounds no longer ache or they no longer hurt." Now, I thought that this quote was extremely powerful because it really seemed to quantify the journey of healing. It really seemed to quantify that process. Now, a lot of us, including myself, engage in what I call pseudo resilience. When things happen to us, traumatic things, hurtful things, we immediately feel like we need to show and tell the world that we're okay, that we've bounced back quickly, that we've healed and moved on. But a lot of times that's not the case. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that it is not possible for someone to process their hurt, find resolve, and bounce back quickly, because it is absolutely possible. But what I am saying is that we don't need to act like we're okay when we're not. It's okay for us to take our time and go through the healing process. We need to take the time to process what's going on. And one thing that I found from my therapist, she always used to tell me this all the time, is that you better deal with that thing before it deals with you. And what that actually means is you need to acknowledge the hurt, the pain, the damage, the trauma, and begin dealing with it. Otherwise, it will manifest itself in many areas of your life. And eventually, it will force you to deal with whatever it is. Now, you don't have to wait for your life to explode before you begin dealing and healing. You can actually get in front of that thing and begin the healing journey instead of bringing up the rear. Now, I would encourage you to find a qualified, trusted professional to help you along the way on your healing journey. I highly recommend it. I strongly recommend it. Now, I know that there are people that say, I don't do therapy, counseling is not for me. Or they may say that I usually handle things on my own. And if this describes you, then I would ask you to consider letting someone else help you do it differently this time. Because again, you don't have to do it on your own. And you may be thinking, how do I begin this journey? How do I start? And the first step that you need to do is acknowledge what needs to be healed. And you can do that by speaking it, giving it sound. Now, you don't have to run out and tell the world everything that has happened to you or everything that you need to be healed, but you do need to be honest and tell yourself. And like I said, you don't have to do this alone. You can get a qualified, trusted professional to help you along the journey. And if you decide to do that, then it's going to be very important that you be honest and you tell the people that you entrust to help you on this journey, that you tell them what's going on as well. Now, when you seek out and find someone who's going to help you or the team of people that's going to help you on your journey, you just need to make sure that they're a safe space for you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Again, you always want to have somebody who has your best interests and safeguards in place. They're going to protect your feelings. The next thing that you want to do is accept the circumstances that got you to this point. Now, acceptance does not mean that you're going to justify what happened or even that what happened to you is right. Acceptance just simply means saying this thing happened. Acceptance is another form of acknowledgement. And then once you do that, the next thing that you're going to want to do is determine what within the situation is under your power and then focus your energies and efforts on what is within your control. And if you need help with that part of the process, you can pop over to the YouTube channel and check out the Don't Worry, Focus on What's in Your Control video. Because one thing that I want you to remember at this point is that you are responsible for ensuring your own healing. Your healing is your responsibility. You can't hang your healing on someone else. Now, I know it might be easier to say that I could just get past this. I could just move on if my partner, my mother, my brother, my best friend, whoever it is, if they would apologize. And I would agree with you. Getting the person who has hurt you or harmed you to acknowledge the role that they played and start making amends to you would be helpful. But I want to ask you this question. What are you going to do if you don't get that apology? Or even worse, what are you going to do if the apology is not sincere? So you cannot get stuck in waiting on someone else to act. Your healing is not hinged upon someone else. Your healing is your own responsibility. So again, you want to acknowledge what needs to be healed. You need to accept the circumstances that got you there, and then you need to focus on what's within your control because your healing is your responsibility. And one thing you can always control is your emotions and how you're going to react. And with you going through this healing process, there are a lot of benefits to actually taking the time to do the work, to deal with what the issues are and heal from all of that. And one of the benefits of going through the healing process is that you learn lessons along the way. There are lessons that are going to be revealed to you during the journey. And those lessons will teach you things about yourself and they'll teach you things about people around you. So as you go on your journey and do your work, be open to receive those revelations. And another benefit of actually engaging in the healing process, and I believe is one of the greatest benefits of all, is the peace that awaits you on the other side of your healing. But you have to do the work and go through the process. It's very important that you do that because you don't want to do yourself a disservice by again getting stuck, hanging your healing on someone else. It's your responsibility. You have the power to do this. You don't have to wait on anyone else. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. There are people that are willing, ready, and able to assist you on your journey. So again, take back your power. Do the work that's necessary in order for you to get to the healing that you need, that you desire. And in closing, what I would want to offer you is a different way of thinking about your healing, an alternative, positive perspective in terms of healing. When you think about your healing, think of it as running towards your peace instead of running away from your problems or your pain. And you know that I want you all to win. You know, I say that all the time in almost every message because it's true. I want you all to win. And winning means dealing with the issues, engaging in the healing process, and securing the peace that you may not even know that you so desperately need. Make it a great day. I love you all always.